Hi everybody, welcome to Thought for the Day. I'm wrestling with my youngest son Jason as we normally do with our kids, just having fun. And as we were wrestling today, I was just reminded of the words of the Apostle Paul in Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12, where the Apostle Paul said, our wrestle is not against flesh and blood, but it's against principalities, it's against powers, it's against rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. In other words, what Paul was saying was, when it feels like you are in a battle, you are in a struggle, because that word wrestle means a struggle. And it refers to close hand-to-hand combat struggle and tactics and deceptive tactics that the opponent can use to bring you down. And sometimes when life seems like a battle and we are going through conflicts and struggle, the invisible enemy, the devil and demonic forces, want us to think that our real enemy is one another, is the people around us. But actually, the real enemy is Satan and his foes of demons, are the powers and the principalities, the invisible foes that we cannot see through the naked eye. Even in the life of Jesus Christ, we see how when Jesus shared about his rejection and suffering to come, Peter, who loved him deeply and cared for him deeply, said, Lord, I'm not going to let that happen. And Jesus rebukes Peter by saying, get thee behind me, Satan. Now, by no means was Jesus referring to Peter as Satan, but he was referring and addressing the influence behind Peter at that moment, which was Satan himself, that was trying to distract Jesus from his mission and purpose in fulfilling the will of the Father and doing the work of the Father. The next time you feel like you're going through a battle and you're struggling, remember this. Your real battle and struggle is not against your spouse, it's not against your children, it's not against your parents, your siblings, it's not against your colleagues or even against your boss. That's what the devil wants you to think, because if he can get you to think that, if he can use that deception, he can bring you down in such a way and bring down your relationships so you do not walk in victory in the natural. The key to walking in victory in the natural is to recognize and know how to win the battle in the spiritual realm. If you could win the battle in the spiritual, you can walk in victory in the natural. So ask God, let's ask God for wisdom, for understanding as we go through struggles and conflicts and battles in our lives. Say, God, would you open our eyes to see the real enemy and to help us, give us understanding, to help us to address the real enemy so we can walk in victory in the natural by winning the battle in the spiritual. And we're going to talk about this in the coming days as to how we can have spiritual victory over the powers of darkness. So may God give you grace and strength and give you understanding. So God bless you and keep winning that victory over the enemy, because Jesus won the victory on the cross. The enemy is defeated and therefore you are victorious. God bless you. Whoa!